Well, a late rally on Wall Street turned a quiet session into a pretty positive one. Hey everyone, it's Tuesday morning, March 10th, and welcome back to Capital Markets Quickie. I'm your host, Endrit Sella, here to break down yesterday's market action in just 2 minutes. Quick note before we dive in, today's episode is brought to you by AMF Capital Asset Management Frankfurt. Learn more about our funds and strategies at amf-capital.de. Alright, let's get started. U.S. markets managed to finish higher yesterday after President Donald Trump suggested that the conflict involving Iran may be nearing completion. That comment came late in the session and helped pull stocks out of the red after a fairly subdued day of trading. Now, the president's optimistic tone triggered a broad rally toward the close. Investors seemed to take it as a sign that geopolitical tensions might ease and that quickly lifted sentiment across markets. By the closing bell, the Dow Jones Industrial Average gained 0.50%, adding 240 points. Caterpillar was one of the stronger performers, rising 3.51%. Meanwhile, the Nasdaq 100 jumped 1.32%, with Western Digital climbing 6.85%. The Standard & Poor's 500 also moved higher, advancing 0.83%, while SanDisk surged 11.64%, making it one of the standout movers of the day. Interestingly, though, not all markets reacted the same way. Oil prices actually fell sharply as investors began to price in the possibility that easing tensions in the Middle East could eventually reduce supply disruptions. At the same time, silver prices jumped more than 3%, as some investors still looked for alternative assets amid lingering uncertainty. And cryptocurrencies also moved higher during the session. On the currency side, the euro traded essentially flat against the US dollar, hovering around $1.16102 late in the afternoon. So overall, what started as a quiet and slightly negative day ended with a fairly solid rally as geopolitical headlines once again drove market sentiment. Alright, that wraps up today's Capital Markets Quickie. Join me again tomorrow morning for more market updates. See you then!